Good Tuesday morning, everybody. We are back out here on the clearing job, mulching job around this, or in front of this pond, and just got the mulcher unhooked. Got the bucket put on. I sharpened the teeth on the mulcher yesterday, and I fueled this thing up, and I greased it real quick this morning. And what we got to do today is I'm gonna move these logs out of the way, get them ripped out of here. Once this stuff's kind of out of the way and I can kind of get this squared away a little bit better, I'm gonna try to maybe bring the mulcher back through here and mulch some of these bigger pieces up. And most of it's pretty rotten and soft, just needs to have the mulcher run over it. And then we're gonna deal with this big pile of stuff right here. I'm gonna try to rake down these root balls, root mat things off these trunks, trying to get all that raked down, cleaned up, get all this stuff ripped out of here so I can start cleaning this up. These nice little trees are gonna stay, and then we got to make a cut through here and finish this out, and that'll be it. Let's get started cleaning this up and have this I think mostly, if not all, done today. I mean, I had to come out here and pick up the trailer this morning and take it all the way back into the beach and then come back out here, so it's already like 10 o'clock dealing with all that this morning. So we'll see what we get done today. All right, so got this mostly cleaned up here. There's still at least one big tree right there I've got to get to, but I'm gonna clear all this out first, and I'll deal with that last. Couple chunks of stuff here, but all this stuff is just so rotten and soft. You know, like some of these pieces like that, I try to go pick up and it just breaks into 1,000 pieces. So when I come back through here, I've got this pile here that I'm gonna mulch down, hit with the mulcher, grind that up, and then I'll bring it back through here and just rake the ground. with the mulcher as well here, and just let it kind of chew up all this rotten stuff, little pieces and stuff. I mean, some of this stuff is just, I mean, it's just nothing to it. So now that it's kind of like down in the ground and got good ground contact, as wet and as soft as it is in here, it'll take it no time. Even some of these chunks, they'll rot down extremely quickly, especially now as open as it is. It'll get a good bit of rain and water and sunlight, and it won't take it no time. So let's change out the bucket and see if we can't get in here and start getting the rest of this mulched out. So we're getting close to being done here. I just went around and hand cut some bigger things that I needed to hand cut and picked up some of the larger chunks. And I just piled everything up right here and we're gonna grind it down. Make a little mulch pile.
Perfect. Perfect.
Well, we are done and done. Just walked everything with the property owner. He is super happy with all of this. And I came back around with the bucket, kind of fixed the ruts there a little bit. And so it didn't look completely like somebody came tromping through here with a piece of heavy equipment. So just tried to get those filled back in and fixed up a little bit so they don't hold water too much. And came around with the pole trimmer and cleaned pretty much most of the vines, if not all of them, off the trees, and got all that cleaned up. So at least as far as I can reach, there's some still kind of hanging there, but it's only so far I can reach with the pole trimmer. But he's super stoked with this, considering what it was and how thick it was in here. This turned out really, really well. I'm surprised it wasn't more of it wasn't as wet in here. You know, when I did that trail originally last year over there, the whole thing was just really wet and soft. So I was surprised more of this wasn't wet. And that worked out pretty good. He's going to, my original plan was to dig this out and separate all this out, the wood and stuff and the dirt, but he said not to worry about that. He's going to take his farm tractor with the bucket and just push that pile probably like right into this open area right here ish. There's not too much here. You look up, you got a big open spot like right in this area. He's just going to kind of push that over here and slowly burn it over the winter. That's the cheapest thing to do with it. Just kind of cut it up, you know, not get it too big. Slowly burn it down. But all that came out of the pond over there. When they had that pond, they had it dug a little deeper, and they had to take out some trees and some brush and stuff. And the guy that did it they just wanted it piled right here out of the way for the time being. I think he said that was about 2 years ago. So this stuff's just kind of been sitting here. And we had some of those other trees that had fallen. But all this looks really good, and he got that trail done over there while I was here, and he's super happy, and everybody's happy. I think he's got some more stuff he might be doing, not here, but on another piece of property that he's got. And around, he's going to have a metal recycling guy come and pick up those drums and some other metal and stuff over there. The only thing I really couldn't get to, even by hand, was over there. There's an old trailer in there, right over there past that holly tree. There's a little front section. Looks like somebody parked an old trailer there like forever ago, and it's got a bunch of wire and stuff in it. I couldn't really get to it. But yeah, I tried to come in here and just kind of grade this hole down in here a little bit, pull some of the dirt down into it, fix it up a little bit. But ground's a little rough as far as the grade, but it's not horrible. You could put a nice little fire pit area right in there with a little bit of work and some landscaping. That would make a cool little fire pit area right there. Just kind of hang out on a Friday or Saturday night with some friends and a few brews. Pond right there. That's nice. That is really pretty. This turned out well. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Enjoyed this cool transformation. This is really going to help, I think, these trees. Now that all this stuff that's underneath here choking them out is gone, and you've got all this mulch now, that'll start to decompose into the ground, and it should help kind of feed these trees. They'll get some sunlight. Hopefully that big willow oak doesn't fall. That would be bad. Hopefully it continues to stay strong, but the rest of the stuff in here should thrive. It's got good sunlight now and nothing's choking it out. Not fighting for nutrients and sunlight, and it should do well. Well, that's the job. Trailer's hopefully getting fixed here in the next few days. I'll be back to pick this thing up, and that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed. More stuff to come. Stay tuned, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.